My administration has presented Congress with a detailed proposal to secure the border and stop the criminal gangs, drug smugglers, and human traffickers. It's a tremendous problem.
President Trump gave a little address last night, basically regurgitating the same things he's been regurgitating. It was a little softer than they're rapists, they're murderers. You know, he didn't dial it up to like Trump 15. He dialed it up. It was more like a 5 or a 6. Fact checkers went at him, said, he said many things wrong. To me, this was a kind of an appetizer to him calling a national emergency. I think he is going to declare a national emergency. He's going to declare a national emergency so that the government shutdown will end. He doesn't want the government shutdown to continue because he knows that will hurt him in 2020 if this continues. But if he declares a national emergency, he could have his cake and eat it too. The shutdown ends, but he could also say, I didn't back down. Obviously, a national emergency, he could try to extract funds for his stupid little wall that isn't necessary. But in the end of the day, that wall is not being built. I actually think Trump would prefer that the wall isn't built because that gives him a major, major campaign issue to say, the Democrats stopped us in my first term, help us finish building that wall. And who's going to pay for it? Switzerland or whoever he says is going to pay for it this time. I honestly, undocumented immigrants and illegal immigration is at a low. It's a fake crisis. As I tweeted, the real imminent emergency security threat in America is not brown people. It's not Mexicans. It's 18 to 24-year-olds shooting up schools, shooting up malls, shooting up concerts. So the minute that Donald Trump does a emergency address to the nation and declares a ban on AR-15s or calls on Congress to ban AR-15s, closes the gun show loophole, pushes for universal background checks, and declares the National Rifle Association a domestic terrorism organization, I'll listen to him on his little wall. But you know what? You got to be consistent. So, and I say this to my father, if you're so concerned about undocumented immigrants coming in and killing people, then why is it that the only thing you provide when children are being slaughtered in schools or adults are being slaughtered at concerts is thoughts and prayers? Why are we so worried about the sanctity of life when it's a brown person, but we're not worried about American lives when it's a domestic white terrorist? I thought all lives matter. So Trump, I think, is going to declare a national emergency because his advisors and the polls are showing if he continues this shutdown, even his supporters might flee because some of his supporters work in government too, folks. So if he keeps trucking along with this, I think he's going to have real problems. Secondly, eventually the Democrats are going to fold too because Democrats always fold. Eventually, everybody's going to get blamed, Trump and the Democrats. So I think Trump's going to declare a national emergency. I think he's going to try and send the military or whomever down to the border. I think he's going to pump money because remember, I did just interview Steve Grumbine on modern monetary theory. We have the money already, even for the wall. He doesn't need it from Congress. The government prints money. There should not be a wall. There should not be a wall, but he has the money for that wall. So I think he's going to declare a national emergency, sign the bill for the government shutdown to end, and he could say, I went down fighting. I see that is going to happen. I also see, you know what? I don't think progressives are making a hard enough case on that. I don't see progressives are making a hard enough case on this. Progressives need to say, why are you so concerned about undocumented immigrants, where the murder rate of undocumented immigrants killing American citizens is very, very low? Don't get me wrong. It's a problem when one undocumented immigrant kills one American. I'm not diminishing that. But in proportion, there are way more people, way more Americans that are dying from white domestic terrorists. So why is it Why is it that there is no concern on that part? And I think progressives need to make this case.